Welcome, friends and family. We are gathered here today in this beautiful, intimate mountain setting to celebrate the love and union of Brady and Logan. On behalf of the bride and groom, I'd first like to thank you all for being here today. And on behalf of all of us, thank you two so much for having us. Thank you. We are here today to both commemorate the love that Brady and Logan have shared so far and to celebrate them as they begin a new phase in their relationship. I'd like to start off by inviting the best man, Eli Weingarten, to read a poem he has selected.
Cow. Yeah. Yeah, just right here. How Falling in Love is Like Raising a Dog by Taylor Malley. First of all, it's a big responsibility, especially in a city like Salt Lake. So think long and hard before deciding on love. On the other hand, love gives you a sense of security when you're walking down the street late at night and you have a leash on love. Ain't no one going to mess with you. Because crooks and muggers think love is unpredictable. Who knows what love could do in its own defense? On cold winter nights, love is warm. It lies between you and lives and breathes and makes funny noises. Arrgh! Love wakes you up all hours of the night with its needs. It needs to be fed so it will grow and stay healthy. Love doesn't like being left alone for long. But come home and love is always happy to see you. It may break a few things accidentally in its passion for life, but you can never be mad at love for long. Is love good all of the time? No, no. Love can be bad. Bad love, very bad love. Love makes messes. Love leaves you little surprises here and there. Love needs lots of cleaning up after. Sometimes you just want to get loved fixed. Sometimes you want to roll up a piece of newspaper and swat love on the nose. Not so much to cause pain, just to let love know, don't you ever do that again. Sometimes love just wants to go out for a nice walk, because love loves exercise. It will run you around the block and leave you panting, breathless, pull you in different directions at once, or wind itself around and around you until you're all wound up and you cannot move. But love makes you meet people wherever you go, people who have nothing in common but love. Stop and talk to each other on the street, throw things away, and love will bring them back again and again and again. But most of all, love needs love, lots of it, and in return, love loves you and never stops. Thank you.
Next, I would like to invite Logan's maid of honor, Eileen Roos, to read a reading she has selected.
From Union by Robert Fulham. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making promises and agreements in an informal way. All those conversations that were held riding in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those sentences that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will. Those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all those things we've promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another: acquaintance, friend, companion, dancing partner, and even teacher, for you have learned much from one another in these last few years. Now you shall say a few words that take you across a threshold of life, and things will never quite be the same between you. For after these vows, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife.
So now is usually a time where the officiant, me, gives a well-constructed, authoritative speech on what marriage means and what it takes to make one work. Well, I don't really have an answer for that. And you two seem to already have something figured out. So I'm going to take this time instead to tell everyone a little story about the geology of the place we're in, Mill Creek Canyon. Now, there are two major forces that created these beautiful mountains we see today. The first is called uplift. The Wasatch Mountain Range was formed in a period about 80 to 35 million years ago, when tectonic plates under the Pacific Ocean shallowly subducted under the North American plate. Because the subduction was so shallow, by the time the crust reached under this spot, it was deep enough that it melted, which is called magmatism. As the magma cooled, it became igneous rock. The lighter density of this new rock lifted the denser rock up on top, miles above sea level. That was called uplift. Fast forward to 30,000 years ago, when the incredible shape of Mill Creek Canyon began to emerge. Glaciers sat over the higher elevations and began carving the back of the canyon. At lower elevations, here, those glaciers melted, and their runoff carved the canyon deeper and deeper. That slow but tremendous force gradually produced the brilliant V shape of the place we are today. Okay, enough with the geology lesson. The reason we're here today, in a location that took millions of years to uplift and refine, is that 4 years ago, the lives of Brady and Logan began that same process. As their lives combined, their love uplifted both of them to tremendous heights. They make each other stronger, they make each other happier, and most importantly, for a partnership of their level of, we'll call it idiosyncrasies, they make each other much more patient. The idiosyncrasies are what carve out something exceptional. They can erode love completely, like a great flood. Or, like we see on display in front of us today, both with the canyon and with you, the particular components of each other's personality can act like a modest mountain stream, subtly and steadily, creating a majestic landscape that is unique, enduring, safe, and beautiful. So, before we get on with the celebration of their love with a real fun party, let's get on to the ceremony of their marriage. If there is anyone in attendance who has cause to believe that this couple should not be joined in marriage, you may speak now or forever hold your peace. Awesome. At this time, I would like to invite the couples to share their vows that they have prepared. Logan, would you please deliver yours first?
Other way. Okay. Brady. When I decided to go on a floating trip with my brand new friends 2 weeks after moving to Salt Lake City, I had no way of knowing that I'd be meeting the man that I would spend the rest of my life with. Sure, I started flirting with you from the beginning, but I was still very pleasantly surprised when you tracked me down on Facebook and asked me out. Now, almost 4 years later, we've shared countless memories, conversations, and smiles, even though mine's lopsided right now. I am so thankful to have you as my partner in crime to navigate through life with, and I will do my part to make this a successful marriage. Brady, I vow to never wake up mad, and I vow to talk about whatever it is that's bothering me so that we can work through it. I vow to support you in your journey to find happiness in life. I will remind you along the way of the importance of fun and laughter and bring smiles to all of our days. I vow to sometimes let you lead me in the dance of life, just sometimes, only to take over when I feel an extra spin or twirl is needed. I vow to be your confidant and confide my struggles and triumphs with you. And most importantly of all, I vow to be your travel companion and ride with you along in all the bumps that this life will inevitably throw at us.
And now, Brady, would you please deliver your vows?
Logan, a life with you is really my strategy for having a life with no regrets. In you, I see a partner to grow with and someone that I'll never stop having fun with. I see a friendship that will leave me with a smile upon my final day. I promise to laugh and to do my best to be lighthearted. I promise to love you deeply and passionately and without restraint. I promise to swap meals with you when you order something delicious. I look forward to this next phase of our life together. And as I have given you my hand to hold, so to you I give my dedication for you to keep.
Logan and Brady, please join hands. Logan, do you take Brady as your cherished husband in front of all these witnesses and promise to stay by his side through sickness and health, joy and sorrow, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Brady, do you take Logan as your cherished wife in front of these witnesses and promise to stay by her side through sickness and health, joy and sorrow, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Wedding rings serve as a welcome and constant reminder of the bond you formed with your partner. Eileen, please give Logan Brady's ring. Oh, he's got both of them?
Yeah, sorry.
Well, Eli, please give Logan Brady's ring. Repeat after me. I, Logan,
I, Logan,
give you, Brady,
give you, Brady,
this ring as a symbol of my enduring love.
this ring as a symbol of my enduring love.
Brady already has his ring. Brady, please repeat after me. I, Brady,
I, Brady,
give you, Logan,
give you, Logan,
this ring as a symbol of my enduring love.
this ring as a symbol of my enduring love.
Brady and Logan, by the power vested in me by the state of Utah, I am pleased to pronounce you husband and wife. You may now seal your marriage with a kiss. Not yet. All right, we're about to conclude the ceremony. Please head over to Log Haven for cocktails and lawn games while the bridal party goes over by the waterfalls and takes some photos. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the privilege of presenting to you Mr. and Mrs. Brady and Logan Usselman.
I want to welcome everyone here, obviously, to this beautiful place on this beautiful night. For those of you who don't know, I'm Logan's dad. Her mom and I, Patricia, we're very, very happy to have everyone here. We are so happy to meet all of the Olsen clan. And we're also very, very pleased that so many of our friends and out-of-town guests and family were able to come here tonight. And it's just a wonderful thrill for us. And obviously today is very beautiful. So my job, which I'll keep short, my job is to toast two people tonight. And I want to start with Logan Elizabeth. And I'm going to go way back. There is this very strong memory that I have early on. Sitting in what used to be my bedroom in my parents' house in Somerville, South Carolina, which had now been converted. My father had a hospital bed brought in. He was working with terminal cancer at the time. Logan, about 6 months old, playing around with me on an old green chair that used to be in the living room, was my father's favorite, in my room again. And my dad, out of nowhere, we hadn't even had very many words all weekend, says, "You got a really special one there." And I was a little taken back because she's 6 months old. I wondered how he knew. So I said, "Dad, what do you mean?" He goes, "Well, you got a really good one. She's gonna make you proud." Well, that was one of the last things my dad ever said to anyone. But you know what, Dad? You were right. You were absolutely right. Very special. We got a person here, Logan Elizabeth, who, as Eileen pointed out last night, is a colonial girl. She can survive on 18th century American farm technology, which might come in handy actually in today's world eventually. She's she's a hydrologist, almost in training and almost, so she can keep our water clean and fresh, our drinking water, plentiful and fresh. She's a firefighter, so if the occasion ever arises out of the kitchen, a fire needed to be put out, she could do that for us tonight. She's an EMT, so should you need that service, she can save your life. So quite skilled. And that's only part of it. There's also some tremendous skills and accomplishments in both academia and athletics. One of the best examples I can give there is something I found out on her senior night, which is that Logan was the only player in women's Skidmore basketball history to play in every single game for 4 years. Now that's no small accomplishment for someone for whom physical calamity seems to find on a regular basis. Some might even call that jaw-dropping experiences. And when I say academia too, Logan was also several semesters on the Honor Society. She was part of this thing called the Thoroughbred Society. The honor roll means Thoroughbred Society. And in fact, she was one of 10 women basketball players named to a national team, which meant I got to get a free trip to New Orleans with her, all expenses paid by Allstate, as she was in the good hands, because not only is she accomplished in academia and on the basketball court, but she's a heck of a public servant doing a lot of good works. So this accomplished superwoman, if I can, there's only one man who can win the heart of this special person. And this guy, pretty good chops in his own rights, as I'm learning. Very intelligent, very accomplished and ambitious enough, and wonderful, wonderful, kind heart. Very sweet person, even-tempered, and of course, as we've seen this whole weekend, great spirits for both of these people. So please help me in honoring and toasting Brady and Logan Olsen.